Blessings, beautiful being. So in this video, I want to talk about the law of karma and share with you some things I've learned about it in the last couple of weeks. And by the way, as you can see, no beard. Decided to do a makeover. I feel a little bit different, but there's no way to skip your karma. Even without my beard, I still have to face my karma. So I read this article just now that came to me where it said that the law of karma states that you will have to suffer any amount of suffering that you've caused in your past lives, in this life or in your future lives. This means that whatever you've done, there's no way to skip it. You're going to have to face it. And if this is your last life before enlightenment, before self-realization, that means you are going to face all of the suffering that you haven't yet faced, that has accumulated from your past lives. That's what I feel is happening for me, and that has now given me answers why I'm experiencing so much pain and so much suffering that I know cannot be skipped. And I don't really relate to many people because most people aren't experiencing the same amount of suffering that I'm experiencing. And it makes sense because this is not everybody's last life. So let me give an example. Right now, I have an extreme amount of pain in my eyes. And I know this is a karmic release. So I have blurry vision first of all, which is fine. It's giving me some mental pain. But what then happened is I used this saline solution into my eyes, washed my eyes with it, and now my eyes are burning. My eyes are absolutely dry, they're burning. And it gets better here and there, when I'm in a different state or I'm in a meditation state, the energy rises to my third eye and then disappears from the eyes. But when I'm very much in the ego, or not ego, but like when I'm just here in the physical body, I do feel it. Right now I do feel it. I do feel the burning in my eyes. I just look up in the mirror, my eyes are super dry. So I also realized this, that there's no such thing as free will. This is what I realized with ayahuasca. She told me this, Klaus, there is no free will. You think you are in control. You think you've done all these things. That is not true. God, consciousness did these things through you. You're simply the one observing it. Of course, who you are is God. The ego and the human self is the one who is reacting to what's happening. So it's interesting, and I learned this from my best friend Onni, that we like to blame. First we blame others, then we blame God. Then we take some personal responsibility and blame ourselves, and that's what I've done here. I have blamed myself for causing this damage to my eyes, for first getting blurry vision, probably due to being pepper sprayed, and then also for pouring this saline solution or this salt wash solution into my eyes, and now my eyes are dry. So I blame myself, and I still blame myself a little bit, and that's okay. But the honest truth is you shouldn't blame anybody. Blame karma. Because this is exactly what I need and what I want. And it's exactly in God's plans. It's in divine timing. That's why God doesn't make any mistakes. If somebody gets cancer, it's not a mistake. It's simply a karmic release. If somebody dies a horrendous death, it is not an accident. It is a karmic release. And I know you might say, Klaus, this is crazy. Is that why bad things happen in this world? Yes. To balance out the universe. Nothing is random. Bruno told me this, my mentor. He said that if things were random, the universe would collapse. Things aren't random. Nothing is accidental. So look at your life, in your own life. whatever is happening, whatever pain or suffering you're going through, that cannot be skipped. You just cannot spiritually bypass it. It is because of your karma. And you're going to have to suffer through it. You're going to have to go through it. But once you become enlightened, you will not have any pain. This is what I received, and this is what I read as well. Some people say, oh, Klaus, it is not possible to stop pain. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I even asked Bruno, my mentor, Bruno, do you feel a lot of pain? He said, no, man, I don't really feel a lot of pain. He's enlightened, but he's not... He's enlightened, okay? That's all I can say. There's different levels of enlightenment. I don't know the answer to which are the levels, but I do know for a fact that he is enlightened in his own right. And he says, I don't really feel a lot of pain. And I read these yogis who are fucking dying. Their insides are coming out. And they're like, yeah, like, their disciples are asking them, you're dying. Is everything okay? And he's like, everything is fine. I noticed that there's this person who is really feeling uncomfortable, but that is not me. I'm fine. They have detached from this illusion. All of this is simply an illusion, a projection. It is not real. We are conscious, we're energy. How can we get hurt? How can we feel pain if we are simply consciousness and energy? There's no texture, there's no material things, there's no physical body. That's who we are. And also a personal experience that when I access these bliss states or love states, high levels of consciousness, you don't really have a lot of negative thoughts. When negative thoughts come, they vanish. The vibration is so strong, and you don't really have a lot of these ascension symptoms either. Sure, you might get insomnia, but I didn't experience nearly the same amount of pain that I'm experiencing now as I'm going through a dark night of soul, as I'm going through a heavy purge. Another thing I want to tell you is that I learned from Osho that pain and suffering and pleasure and happiness are different sides of the same coin. Okay? So this means that in order for you to experience pleasure, happiness, love, bliss, you are also going to have to experience the darkness, the negativity, the heaviness, the density. You're going to have to experience that. It is like a wave, okay? It's yin yang or yin yang. It is a wave. Goes up, goes down. And when you are becoming enlightened, there's so much good coming for you that you're going to have to purge everything out of you, all the pain, because the pain cannot be held in that high vibration anymore. Everything has to go. Everything. Literally everything. So that is why you're experiencing so much pain right now. That is why you're suffering so much, because you are preparing to be in that enlightened state. That's it. There's no accidents. So what can you do? That's the last thing I'll say. I'll share. What can you do? You have to understand, you cannot skip your karma. Even if you commit suicide, you will not skip your karma. In fact, you'll make it worse. That's the craziness of this world. Instead, I recommend commit suicide in the right way, which is by killing the mind and by transcending the ego. Becoming enlightened. That's the real way to commit suicide. What Osho talks about a lot. So understand there's no way to skip this process. You're in this to go through this. Try to have an observer mindset when it comes to this pain and suffering that you're going through. Try not to react. Trust me. I have moments where I react. I'm like, why is this happening? You get into a victim mentality. You create a story around it. But again, who's doing that? The mind. Oh, my vision is blurry. I don't see shit. Oh, my eyes are so dry. They're burning. Okay? Karma. Karma is being released. And what I learned with also my root chakra itch that I had, but this is way more suffering than that. Like, this is next level suffering for me. And I'm fucking taking it. I'm a warrior of light, just like you are. I'm a Viking. I'm an angel. I can do this. So can you. You will experience that karma until that karma is cleared out. We think that physical disease is physical. It is not. It is spiritual. When somebody gets cancer, it is not a physical thing. Everything starts from the spiritual realm. It is a karmic release. But I know for a fact I'm not gonna die. I cannot die. You cannot die. So as long as I don't die in this life, I'm good. You know, if I fucking go blind, if I lose an arm, if I stop being able to speak, so be it. It shall be my karmic release. Because I know what I'm doing here. I'm here to become eternal. That is it. I don't care about anything else. And guess what? As I do that, as I'm doing that, I will then dedicate my life, and I'm dedicating my life to helping other beautiful souls do the same thing as well. And that's why I'm going so hard on my path. And people always tell me, Klaus, you shouldn't take this so seriously. Well, guess what? This is serious for me. This is why I'm here. I didn't come here to play around. I came here to fulfill my mission, to help humanity ascend and help human beings become enlightened. That's why I came here. And that's what I'm doing. So I hope that this video helped. If it did, make sure to like button, comment below your thoughts about this law of karma. What are you experiencing? I would love to hear. What are you experiencing? What kind of pain, suffering are you going through right now? And yeah, and if you're new, also subscribe down below. Click on the bell. And as always, I love you. Sending you so much love, light, and strength. You got this, okay? Just keep going. Things will get better. And as always, I'll see you next time.